Alright, welcome back. This one's a bit of a follow-up to the last video I did on the 100 series. Since then, a fair bit's changed. We've got a lot more power, comfort, some reliability modifications. We're now towing with it, and we've ticked off pretty much everything we had on our list when we got this car. And honestly, I think I'm done. So in this video, I'll walk you through what's new, what's working, and what I'd still maybe consider tweaking in the future. And we'll go over how it all performed towing the caravan up to Waddy Point on Fraser Island. Alright, let's crack on. Alrighty, well, let's start with the visual stuff first. So up the front here, we cut out the factory grille and we put in the Outback Bandits grille, and we've used one of the old Toyota badges. I think it's off a 60 series LandCruiser, but I really like the look of it. I think it cleans up the front a little bit. We've still got the King spotties on. They came with the car. Look, they work, whatever. I'll probably replace them if they ever break, but for now they're fine, you know. We also put new headlights in, and while we were there I did an LED globe upgrade, but we did adjust them. We did make sure that they're not going too bloody high and blinding people. So we adjusted them and we've tested them. So yeah, they're all good. ECB bar, it's been on there since I got the car. It's kind of growing on me. I really like it, so I'm going to keep it. Now, on the mechanical side of things, we've had a few key components replaced. So we got a brand new genuine radiator, a higher output alternator, and a new steering rack put in. We just wanted to sort of refresh those parts before we start doing any sort of remote touring and things like that, just to keep everything bulletproof. Probably only one other thing I want to do is the injectors. They're starting to leak a bit of diesel on the top here. So we might just get some new injectors, probably some new lines while we're there. Probably one of the biggest changes we've had to the car is all the power upgrades we've had done to it.
What does the scouter say about its power level? It's over 9,000!
So we've had a UFI 18G turbo fitted up. A PDI front mount intercooler, or piping, and it's been uni-chipped and tuned by Hayden at HD Automotive, and it's awesome. It just pulls like a train. And to sort of support all that and to keep the 5-speed from melting, we've had a valve body from MV Automatics put in as well. And yeah, like I said, it's great. This thing feels like a proper tourer now. It drives how you think a big four-wheel drive should drive, you know? Pretty excited, just pulling out of the driveway now. It's on the power tune at the moment. So let's see what it can do. Oh wow. Holy shit. It's a different car straight away.
There she is. Yep. There's Eleanor.
Suspension. I've already done a video on what we put in it. Been in there for a few years now. It's settled in really nice. We've done a few trips away in it now. It's really comfortable. I really like the remote res shocks, being able to adjust them. Especially when I've got the caravan on versus not having the caravan on. Getting the all that suspension done, I was able to get the GVM upgraded, so it went from 3260, I think it is at factory, up to 3550. So we got a couple extra 100 kilos in GVM. You can get them up to 3580, which is the axle load limit. However, the engineer that I was dealing with didn't want to take it right up to the limit. it's 30 kilos, like whatever. I wasn't going to fight him on it. But yeah, suspension hasn't changed. It's looking a bit, if it looks a bit funny, it's because I'm parked on uneven ground. But yeah, it sits pretty nice. The back sits up like a bit higher as a 100 series IFS should. The only thing that we might add down the line in the future is we might put airbags in the back, but we'll see how we go. I mean, the springs are rated for 300 kilos as they are at the moment, and I don't plan on having a whole heap of weight in the back. Yeah, we'll get to the back end soon, and we'll talk about it then. Alrighty, here we are at the rear end of the vehicle. So we've kept it pretty lightweight in this car. I don't want to put drawers in here. Yeah, I just want to keep it light. I don't know what else to say. There's a lot of wagons getting around with just like the full kit and caboodle back here, and we've had that, and it is good, but like you can get by without it, and then there's not as much weight in the back of your car. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we've got the RV Storage Solutions fridge slide. Super lightweight, strong. I don't have any dramas with it. I love it. Pretty simple, comes in and out. Sitting on top of that, we normally have our Lunar National fridge freezer combo. It's just been out. I pulled it out to clean it and things like that at the moment. So it's not in here. But you can imagine what it looks like, right? But yeah, this space here, we got nothing here, and we're probably going to keep it that way. If anything, we might just put like plastic boxes in there with stuff in it, you know, whatever. We'll figure that out. Powering my whole little setup here and the fridge, I've got a 105 amp hour iTech World lithium battery, 1000 watt inverter, DC to DC charger, a few little outlets. I've got my Oricom handheld mounted back here that can get charged off all this stuff. It's pretty simple back here, and I want to keep it that way. If you were to ask me, would I install iTech World in any sort of future vehicles that I might own? The answer would be no. I think there's better alternatives out there. And yeah, that'll be the last iTech World gear that I own. But yeah, this is our rear setup. Nice and simple, keeping everything light, not overcomplicating it. I think if we were to add anything, we'll probably put a rear cargo barrier that comes with the little shelf up here. I forget the name of Kaon cargo barriers. So we might put one of those in. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. We'll just keep this really simple, throw stuff in, get out there. Wheels and tyres. This one dragged out quite a bit. I had no idea what I wanted to put on it. I couldn't really make up my mind. And then my mate Blake from JB Tyre Place, he sort of called me up one day. I was at work. He's like, mate, I can get you a set of these Dirty Life Theories. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So we pulled the pin. This is what we got. They're a 17-inch POS 35 wheel. And I think they look sick. I like the color, it suits the car. I originally wanted to go like a bronze wheel or something like along those lines, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I went this color. I think it looks really, really good. And they're wrapped in a set of Mickey Thompson 285 70 by 17s, the Baja Boss all-terrains. Great tire. I've had Mickey Thompsons on the last few of my cars, and yeah, can't fault them. They, yeah, tread lasts forever. Yeah, they're really good. I don't know what else to say. We've got the ARB base rack on now. I love this rack. I think it looks really good. It sits really close to the car. It's really strong. I've had a ton of stuff up there, and it's just, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't bend or anything like that. It's not too noisy. It's got a windbreak on the front, so it doesn't make a lot of noise. And then around the other side here, I've got the Outback Tourer 270 awning. I've only just put that on. We've also got on the Cruiser Company rear bar. And as anybody knows who has endured the wait, they're awesome. They're 100% worth it if you can wait.
6 months later.
But yeah, I love it. It looks really good. It's the integrated tow bar. So the tow hitch and everything is all integrated into the bar. So I've got, you know, the factory tow bar has been deleted, and this forms now a part of the chassis. Yeah, it looks sick. The build quality is really good. Like strong as hell, obviously. Only two strange things that I thought about it, and something that the cruiser company know about. They definitely know about it. I'm sure I'm not the first person to give them a call. But there was nowhere to put. There's like no allocated spot for your Anderson plug or your tow, like your 7-pin for your trailer, which I thought was kind of strange. A lot of other bars on the market have like dedicated spots where your trailer accessories are like protected. But I mean, it is what it is. It's just zip tied up under there on like a bar, and if I drag them on something and they rip out, I'll sort it out then. But yeah, whatever. The other thing is where your pin goes for your hitch. It's kind of fiddly to put in. I had to buy like a new pin. I had to get a new drop down hitch anyway and stuff, but I had to buy a new pin and sort of grind it back to get it in and to get like a lock on it and stuff. I like to keep my hitch all locked up so it doesn't go missing. But yeah, it's a work of art. I love this thing. I think it ties the whole car together. Yeah, it's awesome. Alright, moving on, inside the car we added a JRP boost and EGT gauge. In the future I might also put in a transmission gauge as well, just so I can monitor my trans temps. I think that'd be pretty good while I'm towing. We also got the 1-stone armrest put in, which are really good. I really like these. If you don't have them, get them. That'd be like the first thing I did to any car. So since most of this gear has been on the car, we've taken a few big trips, including a big one up to Fraser Island, towing our caravan. We made it all the way up to Waddy Point, and it was sort of like our first big shakedown trip with the caravan, so it was kind of scary taking a brand new van just straight up on the beach. But yeah, it killed it. The 100 handled it just with ease, We didn't get stuck. We even pulled a few others out along the way, and the car is pretty much exactly what we wanted. It's reliable, capable, comfortable. Pretty much everything we set out for it to be, it is. So we're stoked. So yeah, my final thoughts.
Look at that. That's nice and shiny.
Look, I think I'm calling it. I think I'm done. This started as a project to build a solid, comfortable towing rig to take the family around Australia. And that's exactly what we've now got.
When I see a car like this, first thing I do is I say, would you look at this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Anything else from here will pretty much just be minor tweaks, maybe, airbags, injectors, stuff like that. But, honestly, I'm happy with it. I'd hit the road tomorrow with it. Thanks for watching. If you've got any ideas or questions or anything, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll get back to you. Cheers. See you next time.
Oh, would you look at that?
Yeah, well,
would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a bit more.